Hey everybody, this is Joe. Thank you for watching my Giga-Texas construction update video. As August comes to an end and we turn our attention to September, where we should see a lot of final preparation and activity to prepare the site for initial small-scale Model Y production that could begin around October, I thought we would take a look at all the pre-production efforts and put that into context. We're going to look at these main areas around the site and take a look at some of the images and other information that we have covered previously and bring you up to date. And here's a quick look through of some of the images and information we will be discussing. We'll be starting in the first week of June looking at the casting and body in white areas. Third week of June we'll be looking over into the general assembly areas where we start seeing of the Model Y test bodies showing up. Then we'll look into July where we see the setup in the body in white area with the robotic assemblers. And then we'll move to the casting machine area where we've seen castings being made, and also in the first week of August the initial testing of the painting, and then we'll look at the final first test pre-production Model Ys at Giga-Texas. Starting out of the paint shop, we look at the first week of June when they were fitting out the interior and they were also assembling and testing all of the modular painting components that will support the production at Giga-Texas. Third week of July, we saw the test bodies being loaded in through that temporary loading platform on the north side. Also, the last week of July, the regenerative thermal oxidizer system that removes the volatile organic compounds from the paint shop was completed. And then the first week of August, we saw the test bodies going through and actually getting paint work. And over in the casting machine area where they make the front and rear castings for the Model Ys, the first week of June saw the testing of making those castings, and the first Gigapress was up and running. By the second week of August, we've seen 2 Gigapresses up and running, a third arriving, and also a lot of the test castings. And then on the third week of August, we saw the expansion of the facility and preparation to finish the roofing. And by the fourth week of August, 3 Gigapresses have been installed or being assembled so far. Moving to the body in white structure, which is where the initial assembly and welding of the bodies takes place by robots. We see in the first week of June the setup of the line and the robots. By the end of July, this is an image from Tesla, shows the robots are operational and they are actually making bodies using parts from Giga-Texas and from offsite. And then in the last week of August, we see where a lot of those castings that they have been making are being stored and prepared for use in the coming pre-production. Moving to the stamping machine facility, which is where the main body panels are all stamped out from steel or aluminum, we see the initial pits and installation beginning for that stamping machine. By the second week of June, we see a lot more of that stamping machine being assembled in all the various large parts. By the end of July, and this picture is again from Tesla, shows the stamping machine is pretty much completed and testing for operational status is underway. And then the last week of August, when they had that wall panel removed, we were able to look inside and see that there's more work and more preparation being done on those stamping machines. And then finally we head over to the general assembly area and we take a look at the progress. The second week of June showed these interior pictures showing that the assembly lines and a lot of the structure was well underway. The third week of June we see some of those test bodies showing up in the general assembly area. And then by the last week of August we see the very first test units for Giga-Texas. And again, note these are test Model Ys. They're not production. These are pre-production. This is used for calibrating, training, and so forth to prepare for production. That should begin sometime in the October timeframe. So speaking of timelines, let's review the Model Y production timelines as we know them right now. First, test Model Ys. Again, these are pre-production tests for calibration Model Ys the end of August. It looks like that window here where you see that oval, October, November, is when the initial small-scale production could start, and that still assumes a lot is going to go right. And then you can see here the ramp-up that's going to take several quarters to bring it into large volume production. Again, a lot of construction, logistical support, and employee training has to happen in September for us to see this happen. And then also note from the second quarter financial results, the Cybertruck will follow the production startup of Model Ys. I hope that you found this review of progress at Giga-Texas helpful, but if you would like a lot more details, images, and discussion, here are 4 previous videos, and the link will be in the video description. I hope that you found this review helpful, and will put into context what we'll see in the drone momentarily. Before we begin, I would like to say thank you to my patrons for your generous support. Patreon members get access to high-resolution photos, previews, and direct dialogue with me. If you would like to support my channel, please consider becoming a patron using this link, which is also in the video description. Please also consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Thanks. My drones are ready and raring to go. Let's go flying over Giga-Texas.